I know back in 2016, you thought a lot about the presidential candidate debates involving Donald Trump against Hillary Clinton. And I mean, to call that a clash of styles would be something of an understatement. But what did you take from studying those and what can we learn from them?
Yeah, I mean, it was a moment of crisis for me, really, because I won the World Debate Championships in January 2016, and this was the height of my probably self-regard, but also my regard for debate, certainly. And a few months after that, those presidential debates happened, right? And it made me think, oh, debate is a very complicated thing. It can be a source for ill as well as good. And watching those debates, I took away two things. One is there are some skills that you learn as a debater for countering bad faith actors. So there are techniques that you use, some of them used by Hillary Clinton, I have to say. Um, but the broader thing was it was not only a clash of styles, as you say, but a clash of views about what debate can be, which is it a kind of an exchange of ideas, or is it a spectacle in which what counts is a show of strength?
Hmm.
And so to prevent um, a discussion to becoming such a spectacle, to keep it within the realm of the conversation, I think you need as a participant to say, hey, is it a debate that we're having? Is it something else? And there's no substitute for having a citizenry that demands more of its leaders than just a brawl.
Is Donald Trump a good debater?
I don't think he's a good debater. I think he's a good brawler.
Hmm. Yeah, that's very interesting. Well, I mean, and how does one respond to people if you wish to win a debate with someone who simply won't debate you? I'm thinking in political terms, someone like Boris Johnson at the moment in Britain, who who has basically left the debate over his behaviour in Parliament by just by resigning, by refusing to participate in the processes that are meant to be holding him to account. Are there strategies in order to sort of, I don't know, to trap somebody into debating you when they don't want to?
um, I would say two things to that. I think the one is, in terms of the broader political context, as I suggested earlier, um, there's no substitute for for a citizenry that demands that we work out our political problems through debate, and
Mm.
not just who can get the most likes on social media or who can get the most attention. So that's one. I think the second is, at an individual level, um, there's the people who dodge debates, but there's also the people who turn it into a mudslinging match or something like that. And with those people, it's very important to start every disagreement with some amount of agreement. And that's agreement about what it is that we're talking about, so they don't change the topic halfway through. It's agreement about how we're going to have the exchange. So we're going to have roughly equal time and we're not going to interrupt each other, but we're going to give each other a chance to respond. And finally, it's agreement about what the standard of proof we're going to accept is in this discussion, right?
Mm.
So you don't want someone to say, give me one study that proves this, and you provide the one, and they say, give another, right? So there needs to be some agreement at the start of what it is that it's going to take for me to persuade you. And I think that's one way to make sure you're having a debate as opposed to a brawl.